This systematic review of 7 studies involving around 1,800 children and adolescents under the age of 15 found a negative association between vitamin D levels and the risk for developing type 1 diabetes mellitus. Interesting. Get your kid out of the sun more or lower their risk for developing type 1 diabetes, apparently, and that's with a decent sample size. Type 1 diabetes, as opposed to type 2, if you're not familiar with it, or the mechanism by which everything happens, it's an autoimmune attack on the beta cells in the islets of Langerhans and the pancreas, and they're responsible for synthesizing and secreting insulin. And so then we can't properly process blood sugar and carry it to the tissues to be degraded, and so these kids need to be on insulin for really the remainder of their life, right, for the most part. Type 2 diabetes is more of an abuse mechanism. It's, we've overworked the insulin machine, insulin producing machine, and so eventually it fails to work as well. We have reduced insulin sensitivity and eventually insulin resistance, and we end with the same type of byproduct where we can't process sugar properly and need to be on insulin as well. But with type 1, very interesting, and we see this come on in the early 20s, we see it come on in late teen years, and in children and adolescents, there is, again, a correlation between their vitamin D levels and risk for developing the disease. So it's not just important for bone health, immunity, mood, skin health, hair health, all sorts of things, vitamin D, but let's add another one to the list. Reducing your risk for developing type 1. So that's what we got for you guys today. I hope it was something you thought at least was interesting, or, gave you another good reason to get your kid outside and go get outside yourself and get some vitamin D. Right. George Pineda, what's happening, my friend? Daniel Kaplan, Catherine, what's going on, you guys? Rock and rollin'. Dennis Pizuna, Stephen Apple Blue, what's happening? Meg, what's going on? Juliana, good to see you before. I hope you're feeling good now. Better. Holly, what's happening? Nurse Daddy Yearn. Jay Navarro. Abarajas. Lil Reese. Jose Vega and Dom. Thank you so much, guys. Nate, the not so great yet. How you doing, Nate? This was short and sweet. You got to go back and check it out if you want to hear the info. But, there's a correlation, at least there was, in a meta-analysis of 7 trials involving around 1,800 children and adolescents under the age of 15, with low vitamin D levels correlating to an increased risk for developing type 1 diabetes mellitus. So pretty interesting stuff. Devin Jake, what's happening? Have a fantastic rest of your day. That's all we got for you. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. If you have any questions or you want me to talk about something in particular, please send me a message. I'd be more than happy to. Happy Wend Wellness. Thank you.